been the most exciting commercial break. You have no idea. Firstly, Michael Weatherly's at it again, y'all.
What's coming up, y'all?
That just happened.
Yep.
And secondly, Olivia, having just told her story about nearly throwing up in the plane, I've discovered we actually have real Germans in the audience.
Whoa.
So I was just wondering if at any point tonight you feel like throwing up.
I'm just gonna leave. I said no Germans! I said no Germans!
That's so mean.
You found your new catchphrase. So I would just like the Germans to just practice don't throw up, in case anything happens tonight. Would you just yell that out for us, please?
Don't throw up, don't throw up.
No, in German.
Nicht kotzen, nicht kotzen.
Nein, und Wommenschenstein.
Well, it's a very exciting time of year here because the presidential campaign season is officially underway. You can smell it in the air. And the best part is... That was Weatherly again. The best part is, like, anybody can run for president as long as you're 35, you were born in the US and you have lived here for 14 years, then you're good to go. So even if you're like an ex-con who's snorting coke off some hooker's back, shooting bald eagles from the sky while you're filling out your form, doesn't matter. That will take you. That will take you.
That would be a strong campaign.
It would. I would vote for that person.
You know, a lot of people would.
I vote for you.
The best part is I've discovered if you go online, the application forms for all the budding presidents is actually open to the public. And we managed to get a few. For example, like this is absolutely true as well. You can do it yourself. This is President Obama's that he put in when he ran. So it's very legal. He's looked very neat, very nicely typed. But then there's others, like the independents that are out there who want to crack at it. This is also a very serious one from a lesser-known guy by the name of Douglas Clement from Kirkwood in Missouri. Not quite as neat as President Obama's. A little bit scary writing, should we say? And to the point where when asked why he thinks he would be a good president, he says, because my father sold President Reagan a chainsaw. It's good reason.
That really,
good reason.
He's got an inside understanding of the machinations of government.
And, like, it's not even just the forms, because now, with the advent of YouTube, people are putting campaign videos online to announce their candidacy. Like this guy, His Royal Majesty Caesar St. Augustine de Bonaparte.
You people, all of you, need to have your head examined. You need to get not a president, an emperor. Okay? A total, absolute dictator like me.
Sure. Who lives in a bike shop, by the looks of things. But now, obviously, because I wasn't born here, I can't join the race. But I can back someone who has. And I think I found my guy. He's got three things I really dig about him. He's tough on crime. He's a professional wrestler. Oh, and what was the other thing? That's right, he's a practicing vampire. Joining us live from Tampa, Florida, ladies and gentlemen, I give you Jonathon the Impaler Sharkey.
Good evening, Rove.
Jonathon, you're wearing a cloak.
Yes, I am.
Welcome, it's wonderful to have you on board.
Thank you. It's an honor to be on your show. I remember seeing you the first time in 2003 on the Kiss Symphony with Gene and Paul and Peter and Tommy.
Well, thank you very much. Now, the first question, of course, I have to ask you is, are you really a vampire?
Yes, I am a sanguinarian vampire. I'm a blood feeder. Actually, this weekend, I'm holding a blood drive here in Tampa because on Tuesday...
Because you're hungry?
I'm having surgery. No, I'm having surgery on Tuesday.
Wait, why are you having surgery?
My knee got snapped in the ring by an alleged vampire hunter 3 years ago, and they had to replace it.
Wait, I'm confused. I thought your species had a natural regenerative process.
So you do feed on blood, like you have real fangs and you do feed on willing participants' blood, correct?
Yes, only females. I only feed on females. Unlike the
because it's not weird.
No,
it's not weird.
And wait, is willing in quotes? Willing participants?
Now, John, you are going in as an independent with your own political party. What's it called?
The VWP party, which stands for Vampires, Witches, and Pagans.
But what's your platform? What are you going in there? What are your principles?
Well, the first thing I would do as Commander-in-Chief is bring our troops back from hostile areas. I do not believe they need to be in combative zones that have nothing to do with us.
Where do you stand on Charlie Sheen?
So, in all honesty, how do you think you will go when election time comes around in 2012?
I think the people will realize that you have the bloodsuckers in D.C. who are drinking everybody dry without them wanting it, and you got the real bloodsucker here who's not going to be, drinking them dry. If anything, I'm going to take care of the American people, unlike the bureaucrats in D.C. are.
Well, we wish you all the best of luck. Thank you very much for joining us. Jonathon, the Impaler Sharkey. Possibly your next president of the United States. Yes, we can. So long as it's not done in broad daylight. Have any of you guys met the current president?
I have.
I did, yeah.
Was it like, did he walk like Oprah?
No, I actually, I was in the White House, and I can't not sound obnoxious when I say this, but I'm friends with somebody who works there, and his office is right next. It's connected to the Oval Office, and so I'm sitting there on my phone, and I look up and I just see Obama get up and start walking towards me, and I go like this. Oh my God! Like I totally pulled the cool girl thing, like, what's up? Oh my God! And I was like, and he's so tall, and he's very nice and charming. He gets right up in there, and he's like, hello, how are you? Nice to meet you. And he knew The Daily Show, which was very exciting. He's like, you do a great job on The Daily Show. I'm like, hey, do you want to come to our rally? He's like, no, I think I'm busy. I was like,
I got a thing.
You know what we should have done? Stun gunned him.
I should have.
So you met him, Seth. What happened?
My meeting was far less cool than that. I met him at a fundraiser a year before he was the candidate, and was in the position of like taking a photo, which I never got, by the way. I'm kind of upset. I know.
Oh, whoa.
But I was shaking his hand, and he was like, well, thanks for coming out for this. Glad to have people, like that are communicative with the public like you. And I said, it is a real pleasure to meet you. I'm super excited to hear you speak and to get more familiar with some of your policies and some of the plans that you have for the country. And he just sort of looked at me, and he was like, well, we have a very informative website if you care to do any research on your own. And I was like,
burned by the president?
I got burned, and I was in that position where I was like, I probably should have came a little bit more prepared.
But how do you think he's doing? Like, do you think he's doing an okay job?
I think he's trying his hardest, and the current situation is just really difficult to make any real forward motion in. But he is trying his hardest for sure.
Well, look at it this way, America. Just count yourself lucky. It could be a vampire. All right, coming up, the latest craze in LA advertising. That guy looks like he's having a great time. Yeah, he looked like he was going to stab a man, but then went no. Thanks to the sign spinner, no blood shall be spilled.